All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the hashtag
TFR
Motivation Monday
Monday.
Zoom. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles.
Hi,
we are
guys.
going to be your host tonight, and we're going to talk about some amazing things as far as reasons to join a network marketing opportunity. We're going to show you the top 7 as we learn them this weekend at an absolutely mind-blowing network marketing leadership training put on by none other than Beach Money Man himself, Jordan Adler,
So
and
cool.
his business partner, Tony Ferraro. Unbelievable. Momentum Masters is what it's called. Look into it. We highly recommend it.
No,
but it was
momentum
unbelievable.
makers. Momentum makers.
What did I say? Masters? Yes, momentum
They're the
makers.
masters at
Thank you for correcting me on
making momentum makers, right?
Yes.
Well, guys, we want to make sure that everybody knows that when we do these calls, we always record them and then we upload them to the Team Freedom Range YouTube channel. So please go and subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell, ask for notifications so that you can get all of the recording notifications so that you don't miss one of these calls. And by the way, we want to thank Elite Pro 7, Chris and Sarah Smith for hosting the call last week. We understand that there was some issues with Zoom and their changing of policies and privacy stuff and all that kind of stuff.
It's good, but it can be cumbersome sometimes when you're not expecting it, because we obviously appreciate security measures because we don't want anybody hacking our accounts. But when you're not expecting and they ask for a password, when there's usually not a password, it can be cumbersome. But as the leaders they are, they just figured it out because that's just what they do.
Yes. So I just wanted to let everybody know that we did just upload their call from last week, all about how to become an MVP, take 2, right? And so make sure that you go and check out that recording if you have not seen it yet. It is on the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and let's hop into this week's topic.
Yes.
As Dondi was saying, we were at an amazing event over the weekend with Jordan Adler and many other 7-figure earners that were presenting, their hearts and their, the skills and things that they did to become who they are, right? Because it is about you becoming. It's not just about building a business, right? And so one of the amazing presenters talked about the 7 reasons why network marketing. And, we wanted to bring this to you because it really kind of blew our minds and really got us looking at network marketing in a different way and looking at what we have in our hands completely with new glasses, different shades for sure.
We truly believe if everybody knew these 7 reasons why people join network marketing companies or join the industry itself, a lot more people would be doing so, because these are the things that oftentimes are not experienced by people because they go into it for different reasons, or they don't stay in it long enough to achieve the success that we're going to talk about here. So it really isn't talked about. It is possible. People may know that it's possible, but it isn't shared enough. And it's definitely not experienced enough by the people that join network marketing companies. So you want to just dive right in? How do you
I really do. I want to just get us going here. So people in network marketing companies generally join for a lot of the same reasons. There's a lot of different reasons why people join. But as a matter of fact, if you guys will participate with us here, and if you will start just in the comment section, why did you join your network marketing business? Why did you start your network marketing business here with LifeVantage? What was the reason behind it when you saw the information? I'd like to see it in the comments here for Zoom as well as on Facebook, guys. If you can just go ahead and take a second there and type in what was the reason behind you joining LifeVantage?
And there are no wrong answers.
No, not at all, because the majority of us have a reason in common, right? So Teresa said income, health for herself, her family, and for her friends. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Those are all reasons to start and why people start a network marketing company, right? So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the next slide here that kind of gives us really kind of a breakdown of a lot of them here. I want to see this. It's in the chat first. Part-time income from part-time work, helping others. That's Linda. Awesome. Darling, people needed to hear this information. Absolutely. And if not you, then who, right? Most definitely. So thank you guys for that information. Appreciate it. So on this picture,
we tried to span the spectrum of the network marketing profession and kind of all decades why people got involved. Because let's just kind of go back to the last in the last millennium, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. People were really drawn to this industry by the stories of others, the bikinis and Lamborghinis and the mansions on the hill, and then you'd be a millionaire overnight. And unfortunately, some companies took the wrong measures and actually rented cars like Lamborghinis and rented actors and had them pose in front of them to make it look like this average person could do it. And it really gave the industry a bad name, because not everybody wants a bikini or Lamborghini or a mansion or to be a millionaire. Sometimes people just want to make a difference. They want to make a difference with themselves and their own household. You just heard Teresa talk about that, and their families around them, the people under their influence. But these were some of the things that got people into network marketing. Let's just call it the bait. That's what the people that were fishing for other people back in those decades of the past were using. And to some, it appealed to them and they got in. But to your average person, it may not, because they simply can't relate. But there's other people that got involved for different reasons, like health challenges. They go to the doctor and the doctor gives them a bad diagnosis. And unless you change something, you're not going to live very long. So they go seek out a health and wellness type company.
Or they don't want to take
beneficiaries of that.
Right. Or they don't want to take the medicine that the doctors are putting to them, right? Because there's so many side effects with a lot of medicines. And so they wanted something natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I know that was part of the reason why I started. How about you with your time restrictions?
Yeah, the bikini Lamborghini was not appealing to me at all. In fact, it was repulsive to me, which is why I wanted no part of this industry, because that's the only thing that that was the only bait they ever tried to get me to bite on. It's like how much money I could make. Well, to me, that meant less time away from my family. I was already making good money, but at the expense of spending zero time with the people that I loved the most. And to make any other money to start another business to make money, which would mean more time away. That was not appealing to me at all. No one, not a single person ever to this day, ever asked me, are you spending the time that you want with the people that you love and care about? If that would have been offered to me or asked of me 20 years ago, I would have been involved in network marketing 20 years ago, because they were asking the wrong questions or putting the wrong bait out there. I could care less about the bikini Lamborghini. I wanted time. I wanted to spend time with the people that I loved and cared about. I was in good health and I didn't have a health problem, but I was never spending time with the people that mattered most. And that was the thing that I saw when I saw this, because I read a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. Nobody shared it with me at an opportunity meeting. I read the book and then sought out, or was open, and then the right company came at the right time through the right people. And here we are 13 years later. But that was my story, how I got involved.
Yeah, I loved what Linda put here too, that she felt like her friends were so excited about something and she didn't want to miss out, that FOMO, right?
Yes.
That if they invited her, that she didn't want to miss out on the opportunity. How about that tribe of people? Community, the culture, right? Maybe you joined because you wanted to be part of something that was more than you, the contribution that you could potentially participate in for helping people by building a business, right? So again, if you have not had the chance yet to put in the comments why you wanted or why you started your LifeVantage business, please do that so that we can see it. Darlene, absolutely. People needed to hear this information. And then Rachel said, I want time and freedom to enjoy it with my family. That is so good. Let's see here. Time, freedom. There is a great breakdown, isn't there, Kim Jakes? Let's see. So many different reasons why we each individually, for me personally, it was because I was looking for something to help me with my mind and with my body, getting it functioning at a better level. Plus, I was looking for purpose. Again, because I felt like I had lost my identity and I needed money, right? A single mom, and I needed a way to be able to provide. So all of those reasons are really reasons that are very valid, and it kind of encompasses why we probably all, each individually, chose to become part of this amazing opportunity for better health. Absolutely,
Carol. Said
Carol.
That in the chat, and then obviously Hagen there, hubby health,
yes,
health for a spouse or a loved one.
Yes.
I wanted to share it because I just remembered this memory. It was about 5 years into my career at LifeVantage. We were Pro 7s at the time, maybe Pro 8. And I remember this couple that had been in since the beginning, 5 years, and they never missed an event. And they were Pro 2s. And I asked them, are you guys getting frustrated with being pro 2 5 years in? My assumption was they got in for what I wanted. I wanted to be able to provide for my family, to spend time with them, or what other people got involved, to make money, to make a difference. And they said, are you crazy? And they were serious. And I thought, did I say something wrong? And they said, this is the only source of positivity that we have in our entire lives. We don't care about the money. We just want to be around great people with a positive message. And I remember thinking, oh my, I'm even getting teary-eyed thinking about that, how I misjudged why people would get involved, that they would be angry or frustrated that they were still pro 2 5 years in. She goes, you kidding? We don't do this for the money. We do it for the community. We don't care what rank we are. This is the only source of positivity in our lives, and everyone here is positive. That was a huge epiphany for me. And I remember somebody saying, all I wanted to do was make $150 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That was everything to them. And this gave them that. And then they're looking at it going, well, and I'm thinking, well, wouldn't you want to make more? No, because it wasn't important. So we have to be able to, one, understand that people have different reasons for joining this industry. They're all okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it is because that was fulfilling to them. Being around positive people was fulfilling. Making $150 a month was exactly what they wanted, and they found it here.
Yeah. And Marjorie, I love what you said too. And by the way, she's coming in from the Philippines, where she's serving her team there. But she said initially for health reasons for herself, and then evolved into wanting to have more time with her family and to be able to help her people in the Philippines, which is where she's at, supporting and growing right now. So yes, absolutely. And Hagen, and now they need the money. So that was 2011 for the health reasons, and now they need the money, right? Those are all reasons why we got started into network marketing, right? We could actually make the amount that we are worth based off of what efforts, energy, and time we put in, and how willing we are to be part of a team and be coachable, right? Let's see, Daniel, you put freedom to spend my time how I want, make the purchases I want, and help guide others in living a purposeful life with maximum vitality and longevity.
Wow, that's powerful.
Dude. Yes.
That's powerful and possible here.
Yes.
Those are the kinds of comments that just bring tears to my eyes, because this is something too. If you're on our team, let us know why you joined network marketing. Why did you join LifeVantage? If you're not on our team, let us know. Let your support team know why you joined, because this is the thing. Once we understand what your why is, why you're here, we want to help you get there.
Yeah.
And we know how to measure where you're getting. If somebody said, all I wanted to do is make $150 a month and they're making 75, we know where we need to get them. If they said, all I want to do is be around positive people, and this is the only source of positivity, all we have to worry about is registering them for the next event. Don't have to worry about comp plan or getting people invited, because they've already achieved that. So let your support team know why you joined. And if you haven't figured it out what your why is, let everybody know who will listen to you that's part of your support team, because the more we know what you want and why you're here, the quicker we can lock arms with you and help you get there.
Yes. And Dave, amen. Surround yourself with great people. We can definitely do that here.
And
there are so many great people in network marketing. I mean, that's part of what we experienced over the weekend. There was nobody else there from LifeVantage, and we got to meet so many amazing people, you know, Jordan Adler, and then a ton of seven-figure income earners. So let's move in to the call a little bit. So, you know, absolutely, all of those things that we talked about are 100% valid reasons to start a network marketing business. And it's a reason to get started, but is it really a reason that's going to keep you going? Is it going to keep you going? So maybe here in this call tonight, some of you will have a paradigm shift, just like we did over the weekend. Maybe it's time for you to have that paradigm shift. And maybe you don't even know what a paradigm is. But let me give you an example in a story that we heard over the weekend. And I had actually heard the story previously, but this story had us both crying. And we were just talking about it a moment ago, and we were crying again. But it all started with a gentleman that was really tired at the end of his workday. And he got on the subway in New York City, and he just wanted to get home. He just wanted an uneventful night, be able to get home, relax, and just kind of put his feet up. But when he got onto the subway, shortly after he got on, there was a man that came on with 3 young children. And those 3 young children were yelling and running up and down the subway car, and they were jumping on the seats, and they were just really being loud and obnoxious. And this gentleman that just got done with work, he was just like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, because the man that got on with the kids, he was sitting there in his chair. He was just kind of sitting back. He had his head on one of his hands. He was just sitting there. It's like he didn't even hear the kids. He didn't even realize he had brought kids onto the subway with him. And the kids just kept going, and they were jumping up and down, and they were screaming at each other from one end of the car to the other. And finally, the first man that got on, that was tired and just wanted to get home, had had enough. And he went up to the man that just didn't even really seem to realize he had kids with him. And he said, come on, man. It's like, are you kidding me? You know, at least you could try to keep your kids under control. And the guy looks up at him, and it's like he's seen him and seeing that there's other people on the subway with him for the first time. And he's like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. He's like, I don't know. We just came from the hospital where their mother just died. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them even tonight, let alone tomorrow. He's like, I'm so sorry that they were bothering you. I will try to be better. But I just don't know. And the first gentleman instantly had a paradigm shift. And he looked at this man in a different way, because he hadn't known what he was going through or what his day had entailed. And he had just judged him. And so he immediately said, oh man, I am so sorry. I bet that you haven't even had a thought of getting dinner for yourself, let alone your kids. Let's get off at the next stop and dinner's on me. In that moment, he had a paradigm shift. He went from it having everything be all about him to understanding that the people around us have things going on in their lives that we don't know about, that affect the way they are showing up. That story just got us just in this place of such an emotional settling.
Yeah.
Because it helped us open our eyes to, you know, no matter what reason why we got involved with network marketing, whatever reason we decided to sign on that dotted line, because we did sign it back then and fax it in, whichever reason it was that you hit enter to become a LifeVantage distributor, more than likely, it was about you. And it's time right now, if you are not getting the results that you want in your business, to start having that paradigm shift to looking at the other people around you and know that they have things going on in their lives that they really need this information about our products and our opportunity. And if we start thinking at it from that viewpoint, it will start to shift all of the reasons why network marketing.
Yeah. I want to add something that right after that story, the next speaker that was talking mentioned about a former addiction that he had. He was addicted heavily to opiates. And if I mentioned his name, you probably know who he was, especially if you're a General Hospital fan. He was on General Hospital for many years and is now doing very well in this industry. But he was addicted to opioids, and he realized that it wasn't in his future. It wasn't going to help him empower the world by being addicted to opiates. So he decided to go cold turkey. And on day 5 of going cold turkey from his opiate addiction, he was the head usher at his church. And he was at the 3rd of 3 services that Sunday. And his skin was crawling. He was sweating profusely. He was agitated. He was in the throes of the addiction, 5-day cold turkey withdrawals from his addiction. And not a single person said anything to him or asked him if he was okay. And he was literally suffering. And why he said that story, he said, listen with your eyes, because you never know what someone's going through. But if you see someone that's dejected, if you see someone whose head is down, if you see someone, or you just feel their presence and their energy's not there, take the time to say something. Ask them, are you okay? Can I pray for you? Can I give you a hug? Whatever it is.
Or, hey, what's going on?
Listen with your eyes, because most people suffer silently because people don't want to put them out. And I was telling Marcy after he shared that with us, I could relate to that, because if I see somebody, I don't want to impose upon them. Maybe they're asking to be imposed upon, or just somebody to care. And if I walk right by and didn't say anything, it really to them means I didn't care. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. But listen with your eyes. That was really powerful. Paradigm shift for us at this training.
So let's
get into it.
Yeah, let's hop into a paradigm shift and a different way of thinking around the 7 reasons why network marketing. Okay. So here are the top 7, because I bet that if you really dug deep and really started seeing the people around you, you would be able to come up with more. So just the top 7, and 7's a good number. So here we go.
So the career it will help others to achieve. That is something that most people who are involved in network marketing, I would say the vast majority, 98% plus, don't look at it as a career. They look at it as a hobby, or great products that they're taking, or a side income. But if they looked at it as a career, which it can be, there are many people that this is their career, and it is a very noble career. What could it help when you are, and Daniel mentioned it earlier in the chat, what would it be like if you could do what you wanted to do, when you wanted to do it, however long you wanted to do it, with whomever you wanted to do it, and never have to worry about the financial ramifications? That's called time and financial freedom. 2 things that network marketing as a career provides for you if you do it right and you do it long enough. So one of these aren't necessarily order of priority 1 through 7, but the career that it will help others to achieve. That's one of the top reasons why people get involved in network marketing, that stick it out long enough, that do that as their main focus and intention, and they work on it daily. Because think about it, whatever career you're in, whatever your job is or career, if it's a career, if it's just a job getting you to that career, the next 5, 10, 20, or 30 years are going to pass anyway.
Yes.
At the end of that time, what kind of control or freedom will you have over your time and of your finances in the current career trajectory you're on? And if it will give you freedom, then perhaps a career change, or at least another option in network marketing may be an option for you.
Well,
or someone you know.
But we're not talking about you, because this isn't
So I
about
said,
you.
or someone you know.
This
right?
is about the other people that need to hear what you have, right?
But it says, are you ready to claim them?
Right, but it's not about you. It's not about you. And that's the thing, guys. This could be the one-time shot that someone can hear from you, that they can finally be valued for what they're worth, that they can finally get paid for their efforts that they put out. So there are infinite possibilities. But guys, we're not talking about are you ready to claim them? Not you. We're talking about this paradigm shift. Remember, are you ready to help others claim them? The infinite possibilities. Okay, so we got to shift that mindset so that we're thinking about the other people.
2, freedom. Just talked about it.
Yeah.
Time and financial freedom are things that most people that have financial freedom usually don't have time freedom. And the people that have time freedom usually don't have financial freedom.
Right.
So homeless people have time freedom, but they don't have
no
financial
money.
freedom. Corporate executives that are working 80, 90, 120 hours a week have financial freedom, but no time freedom. Someone else owns their time. Time freedom and financial freedom are 2 things that network marketing happens to specialize in. So if you know anybody looking for one or both, let them know.
Yeah.
Send them an invite. Share with them what we have.
So are you ready to help others claim them, right? This freedom, this aspect of life that most people don't get to enjoy. The third one is the lives that they will touch. You only know so many people, right? But think about this. When you get out there and you're sharing in this new way of thinking that you're going to be able to help other people accomplish what they desire, Think about the people that they know, and the people that those people know, and the people that those people know, the lives that they will touch, the lives that will be saved, the lives that will be enhanced, the lives that will be changed forever. Or how about the curses that will be broken in family lines? Family lines of people that have never had more than just barely enough, if even enough. Curses in families where nobody in the family has ever gotten a high school diploma or thought bigger than where they're stuck at right now. We can change people's lives by sharing this with other people and helping them share it with the people that they know. So the third is the lives that they will touch
when they become who they were meant to become.
Yeah.
And we started for 3 times now the book called The Power of One More by Ed Milet, and he talks about the Matrix situation. And in the original Matrix movie, where Neo was thought to be the one that could defy time, the one that could defy space, the one who could break the Matrix. Well, he talks about that as an analogy that every person could be the one for their family that breaks out of the poverty cycle, that breaks out of the less than cycle, that breaks out of whatever cycle it is that's been holding you back. Everybody has the potential to be the one. The question is whether or not you take on that mantle and take on that quest to become the one, because we heard a statistic this weekend that was amazing. By the time we are 18 years old, we know 2,037 people. So just round it up to 2,000. The average person over 18 knows 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 people. It just takes one of those people to create massive, massive change in the world. And if it could be happening through you, you could be the one to find the one that makes massive change. So utilize it, share this information, own it.
And then number 4 is the people they will meet and the relationships they will create. Yes. Think about this, guys. We can bring people together. We can help. Well, look what happened with Don D and I. We found each other through LifeVantage, right? We can help people meet their soulmates. We can help people meet their tribes. We can help people meet those people that they were always meant to know, that will help lift them up and care about them, sometimes more than their own families do, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we think about every single one of you and we smile so big that our cheeks hurt. And yet without LifeVantage,
we wouldn't know any of them.
Well, I would know a couple, but not most.
Right.
Right. And so, I mean, my life would be so void without all of the people that I have met through this opportunity. So think about the people that they will meet and the relationships that they will create and the lives, you know, and difference makers that they will become through the process.
So true.
All right, ready?
The places they will see. Travel. That's one of the things about network marketing. When you really commit to it, and you show up and your intention is to succeed in it, you may never have to ever pay for another vacation ever, because we have incentive trips every year. We have elite retreats every year. So even if we did nothing, once you get to an elite status, you have at least 2 trips. The key is, why settle for that? Why not just do everything you can? And here's the thing, the places you will see are great. What's so much more powerful is the places you will see with your team.
Yeah.
Because those are the compound memories where you talk about them. I'll never forget being on an incentive trip with Marjorie and her husband, Sandy, when Sandy had a paradigm shift about the industry. He was, let's just call, I don't want to say he was a disbelieving spouse, but he was kind of a disbelieving spouse. And he was taken on an incentive trip to Mexico, and we literally witnessed his transformation to be one of not really supporting to one of getting to know the corporate executives, talking with the CEO personally, and literally falling in love with the culture as a former person outside looking in, and then watching his transition, feeling like a person on the inside looking out. Who can we help share this with? That is the cool thing about this, is the benefit of being there, sharing these experiences with your team.
You know what? It's interesting because I was just thinking back, you know, if Bob and Laura Robbins had not shared this information with me, you know, first of all, it saved my life. But second of all, my traveling had consisted of like family reunions prior to when it was all in the United States, right? And now, I mean, we've been so many places, and think about that, the places that they will see. We want all of you to see the places that you dream of seeing.
Yes.
But we want you to be able to see those places with the people that you share this with, because every single person has a dream to go somewhere, right? And this is a great way for, first of all, for them to create an income and some time freedom to where they can actually go on these trips and not have to ask for time off. But on top of that, like Dondi was saying, the majority of them, have been paid for us.
Yeah.
So this one right here, I know that they're probably going to be announcing another incentive trip in October at Global Convention, and we want all of you to be going on that trip. It's not fun for us to go alone or for just a few of us to go. We're excited to go to Croatia with Marjorie again, but we want all of you on those trips, because it's the places that you will see, but the places that the people you will share this with open their eyes to new adventures.
True. Absolutely.
And the causes.
Yes.
Yeah. So everywhere we go, we leave the places better than we found them, right? So think about the causes that they will be able to contribute to. Maybe it will be wells in India. Maybe it will be helping children in Africa. Maybe it will be, helping, people in war-stricken countries. Maybe it'll be helping people right here in your backyard. Maybe it'll be lunches for kids that don't have food at home. Maybe it will be. What do you think it could be? Think about the causes that can be contributed to when we share this with other people.
And speaking of that, LifeVantage as a company has always since day one supported outside charitable causes. And every single one that we've aligned with has come at the recommendation of a distributor. So, and everyone has always been that way. Everyone will likely always be that way. So if there are causes or charitable efforts or things you want to contribute that are close to your heart, please share them with the LifeVantage Legacy Group, Michelle Oborn, who heads that up, because it might be the next one we support. So, and that's the thing, the company, like Marcy said, yes, we have great products. Yes, we have a great compensation plan. Yes, we have a great community. Yes, we go on great trips, but we also support great causes, because that's the heart. It's the heartbeat of our company, is to support charitable causes to make the world a better place than when we found it.
Yes.
And if you do that personally as well, and you make that part of your goals of why getting involved in this opportunity, then you could really accomplish anything you want.
But we're going to help other people claim these.
Exactly.
Because the cool thing is when we help other people, guess what? We always get what we want anyway. So it's just the paradigm shift of where we're coming from in our mindsets, right? And the seventh is the who they will become in the process. I want you to think about who you were when you first started your business, whether you just started a year ago, whether you started 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago with LifeVantage. Who were you when you first started with your business? I'll bet you're different now. And I'll bet you're different in a good way. Mm-hmm. I'll bet that you have prioritized things, you've learned things, you've grown, you've learned, you've become more. Now, look at the people around you. And don't judge them off of where you are now compared to where they are. Think of them where they are and where they can go. Because that's what happened with you, right? You've grown and you've changed. It's all part of the process of becoming. And that's one of the greatest reasons for network marketing, is to help people see themselves and then move into the actuality of who they were created to be. Because every single one of us has a greater purpose, a greater creation time purpose than we have even come close to stepping into.
So true.
Every single one of us. And yet we have a vehicle to help us go and get there if we choose to truly stay the course. What about those people that haven't heard about this, that have not got this vehicle, that don't know about network marketing, that don't know about LifeVantage? Think about who they could become with the right vehicle. Maybe it is the best dad ever, or the mom of the year.
Every damn year.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I know for certain is that I like who I'm becoming. I like who he is becoming. And I love who each and every one of you are becoming. The thing is, though, there's so much more inside of you. And it's not just a matter of us trying to pull it out of you to get you there. The way that you get there is by stop thinking about you and stop thinking about what you need to do to grow. You do need to stay focused on your personal growth, don't get me wrong. But the greatest way to get where you want to go is to get into action helping other people, focusing on who you can help someone else become, and you will become in the process.
Absolutely. And you never know what kind of an influence you're having on someone. One of my favorite quotes in the world by, it's one of my all-time favorite quotes by Mark Twain, and I put it right there. And it's the two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Some people, most people never discover that second day, why they were born. Some people discover it right away, early on in life. Some people discover it later in life. Something happened today, actually, that I read, Marcy, as a text exchange that I had with somebody that I went to junior high with. Haven't seen her in 44 years.
Wow, it's a long time.
And she reached out to me today because of a post that I made. And then that was the first thing. And then she sent me an instant message on Facebook. And it was like one of those things that I thought she got hacked. It was impersonal. It was a canned message. This is something I'm getting involved in. Maybe you'd like to be involved. And I asked her if she got hacked. And I said, if you didn't, how do you know me? Because I wanted to know how this person knew me. And they definitely would not know unless it was the real person. And she said, junior high photography class, it's me. And she gave her name. And I told Marcy, and I said, check this out. And she said, I love how you and your wife are living your life. I love what you guys are doing, the causes that you're making, that you're involved in, and the dad that you are. She has a 13-year-old daughter, and she has a great marriage, and she wants to help her dad be like the dad she sees in me. And
her husband.
What did I say? Her dad. Yeah, her husband. And I look at it and go, I could be so much better, because we only see our kids half the time. They're with my ex. But somebody who I haven't talked to in 44 years has been, who knows how long we've been friends on Facebook, but she chose today to reach out to compliment me on the who I've become, or that she sees me becoming. And she wants her husband to be the kind of a dad that I am. You never know. You never, ever know. And she thanked me for being me and giving her permission to be her after 44 years of not seeing someone. Yeah. That's the kind of power that you have. And you never know what kind of an impact you're having on somebody, or somebody who's listening with their eyes on what you're doing. Just be true to who you are, be true to what you want to do, and let the people around you know what you're doing and what you're going after, because now you've got accountability partners that will reward you, encourage you, and celebrate with you along the way. Now, you're going to have haters and you're going to have naysayers. Who cares about them? They don't have the same dreams you are. Amen. But who they become in the process is one of the biggest reasons why people join network marketing companies, because it's untapped and unlimited.
Yes. So your favorite quote, Mark Twain?
The two most important days of your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
So let's help people become and learn that why. So I saw the message, and let's go back so that we can show, let's see if I can get it to go back here, all of them. So the first one is the career. It will help others to achieve. Second is the freedom they will enjoy. The third is the lives they will touch. 4 is the people they will meet and the relationships they will create. 5 is the places they will see. 6, the causes they will contribute to. And the 7th reason why network marketing is the who they will become in the process. So, question is, are you ready to help others claim the infinite possibilities? If you are, put it in the comment section because we want to see it. Hop in there and let us know that you are ready to get out of your own way. And one of the things that we heard this last weekend is that if you think that you are shy, it is truly pride that is getting in your way. And that you need to put your pride aside and go out and share from your heart what you're excited about, what you know can change people's lives, and give them the opportunity to say yes or no. Your responsibility is in the sharing, not in how they respond. So don't take that personally.
And I'll close my portion with this. Is one of the quotes we heard from one of these amazing gals this weekend. She said, "Ordinary people do extraordinary things."
Amen.
That is so true, because I look at myself, I'm a totally ordinary person wanting to do extraordinary things, thinking there's already been some extraordinary things, but nothing like we want to do. And the way we can do extraordinary things is to help you guys do extraordinary things. What are they and who do you want to do them with? Let us know and let's lock arms and go after it, because ordinary people like all of us can do extraordinary things. But the more extraordinary things we can accomplish is going to take a lot more ordinary people locking arms. So let's do it.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. We're out of here.
Woo!
Have a great night, guys. God bless you. We love you.
Love you guys. See you next week, if not before.